F16。
Squadron aircraft preparations complete.
哇，它有2具引擎哎，不是引擎，那个喷射口那个。哪里啊？航空母舰啊！
Specified altitude reached. Restrictions lifted. Good luck.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds.
它坠机了。
And so, your first hunting season begins down. Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. Bandit on your 6, watch it. We're surrounded. Breaking! Breaking! This one's fine. Bandit sighted. They have them spiked.
Fox 2.
They won't show up on the radar. Bandits are in the clouds! Grand 3, bailing out!
Mage 2, walking.
I got a signal on sight. I can't. I've lost control. Careful. There's a real demon in there. If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn. Friendly lost.
4 remaining.
We're getting our ass kicked. Where are our reinforcements? Golf Fox 2. Enemy behind you. Take.
下方这是什么东西啊？人工陆地吗？哦，我们是在一片沼泽上啦，一片丛林的正上方。
They got me.
3 remaining.
We have to break. Eject. We've got this. We can't recover. We need reinforcements now. I need to get away. Breaking.
我是被锁定了吗？
Into the clouds.
Mage 2, has a launch.
Nice kill.
1 remaining.
Missiles evading.
Locked.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight.
哦，我解掉。
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
They should be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
Wait, what the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
啊！这是那个无人机啊！哇靠！他丢下什么东西啊？什么啊？太帅了吧！
Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Just waiting for mission command.
Break now.
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Dodging everything I throw.
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. And there's too many of them.
These guys will go down easy.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the arsenal bird.
Missile.
For just that thing? God help us. You're talking about just keeping up with the drones.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Where's that light from the arsenal bird? We're killing guards here.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Missile.
They can't get a lock.
Missile.
Missile launched.
Still one. Commander. You got me.
Enemy
10. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Verifying the situation.
There's too many of them. I'm surrounded.
Those damn things have gotten smarter. How many do you think are left? Golem 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
Missile. Missile.
This is Golem 3, Golem 2's hit! Status report.
Missile.
Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Missile.
Skeleton 3, break! Break! Missile! We lost another friendly!
Missile.
Skeleton 3's lost.
Missile.
They just keep coming.
Missile.
What's the plan?
Where's that report? Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
How'd that happen?
What the hell? Caution, all aircraft.
这是什么啊？
Get out of there!
What?
H2 has crashed.
这是什么战斗机啊？哇！
Bandit is down.
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got brownie?
Afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
H2 is taking on multiple UAVs.
我们损失一名队友了嘛？
All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
这个到底是什么东西啊？这应该也是无人机的一种啦。哇，巨鸟哎、太大了吧！
H2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. The deck is clear. H2, you are cleared for landing. 6,000 to carrier. Lower your speed. 1,500 to carrier. H2, lower your nose. You're too high. Abort landing. H2 has crashed.
这怎么降落啊？我到底是在多高的位置啊？我还都不确定。
H2, we have you on radar.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Column and the other bases. The upper hand doesn't mean we can ease it.
Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. The other guys, if we get wet, wild, and do. They weren't ready for a fight.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now, compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing a stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Aruja lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? 'Cause someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Arusian princess rallying her people on the Arusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Aruja, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
那我要怎么躲避？哦，是这样子的前进方式啊！不要碰到红色的区域就没事了。
The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. Mage 2, you're icing up. You're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Caution. Pull up.
No problem. Situation normal. No change. RTV going home.
Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you.
随便一条都可以嘛。
You're making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them.
Order and
这就往前走吗？有点冒险哎。
situation normal. Nothing here. Are we under attack? No change.
就那个嘛，
Of the way. Been a long
轨道电
flight,
梯
but you're nearly home.
真的好高哦。
Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger. Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there.
靠腰！哇！
We've been spotted. Abort mission. Sea Goblin and back. Evacuate now.
Enemy fighter presence confirmed. Requesting response.
不是啊，因为我只是想要掉回去而已。
Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there.
就那个嘛
The，first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started.
那我要怎么救总统啊？
Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone. Mage 2, target destroyed.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Target destroyed. Watch out. The enemy has a lock on you. Fox 2.
Trigger, sorry about the wait. Cavalry's here. Gollum Squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
Gargoyle Squadron, stay focused. You all know your job.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond. Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before that. Mage 2, target down.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Half of the anti-air guns down.
This is Sea Goblin. We've arrived. Do we have a clear LZ?
Missile.
Mission still in progress. Stand by.
Missile. Missile.
Mage 2, rescue team can't land until anti-air weapons are down. Destroy them.
Missile.
怎么那么多飞弹啊？
Missile.
Target eliminated. Good work.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Half of the SAM sites are down. Fox 2, Fox 2. All SAM sites down. There are still AA guns. Destroy them and secure the LZ. Locked. All anti-air guns destroyed. The landing zone is secure.
Oh.
Sea Goblin, you're clear to land.
差点撞到。
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
啊！救援直升机啊！
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all 80 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harlan, are you piloting that plane?
Arsenal Bird Liberty, passing waypoint 2.
The UAVs are continuing their attack.
Make 2, make 2.
啊！
Oh my god, Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was Ocean. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating.
Friendly fire. I saw it.
Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. The Erusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Was it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye on the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal Bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately.
所以说是物色友军吗？
Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand?
这是设定好还是真的是物色啊？因为我也看不准哎。
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating the former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
哇，军事法庭呢？
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Ocean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osea didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers.
这只是在吸引敌人的一个地方啊。
While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here. My dad died flying for the Ocean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this. Talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him.
所以说刚刚发生的一些事啊，前面战斗啊都是他在这边讲解之前发生的事啊。是，他是在回应我吗？是，就这个意思。
All right, guys, I'll let you in on some juicy info. The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh. His TAC name's Trigger. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Ocean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope, you'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire, and as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Incoming!
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual. I thought Zapland was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay, I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
Again?
Wonder how many we'll lose today. Better than solitary.
How many?
Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least take off. Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky first. We'll start with Harling's murderer. We don't expect you to down any bombers. But what we do want is to make them think that we've got an active base here.
等一下，新的机体啊！ 21。什么东西啊？这我没用过哎，装看看好了。
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
所以说，我们还是要操控杀害总统的那个人吗？
Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Spare 8, Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Go to hell.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception. Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now. My blood's boiling! Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back.
If he makes it back,
Can you land your ass in
Champ's gonna survive? Anyone want to bet on it?
Spare 15.
Yeah, that-
Takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked. Damn, you're good. Let's make this more interesting.
Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil.
Here comes Harling's murderer. He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes. Always in the know, aren't you? In this
我们有武器吗？
fatalities and life or death matter.
Settle
那请问
down.
一下，我要怎么
Excited to have another murderer with you?
怎么对付他们啊？
This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base.
Anyone got a smoke? I'll owe you one.
If any of you die, just think of it as you atoning for your crimes.
Much appreciated.
One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me?
Righto.
This is Square 1. Numbers we can handle. Square Squadron, get into formation.
You like what you see, Trigger? You want to fly like me? I can teach you a few things back at base. You can try to hide it with fancy words, but we know you're just a coward, Count.
There's a juicy target.
Look at them. Blowing up a bunch of paper planes. The enemy seems to think our Air Force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that? Means they're that convincing. Shit! The enemy is in the control tower! Hey, what's with all the shaking? It's broken! Send in the fire team. Do not let the enemy get closer. Are you trying to kill me?
Shall I order them to shoot down all? Commander McKenzie?
哇，导弹来了！
Spare Squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're cleared to engage. Show no mercy.
I know. I'm gonna have to rethink the odds. By now, if we had missiles, would have been which one of us get stars.
这个只是休息关卡嘛？
I decide when you die.
So am I. All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me. Who's gonna dance to your line tune? I'll show you all how it's done.
Hide and seek, you're on.
I'm in position. He's mine. Where is he picking now? Push it. Damn it.
哦，还是要攻击啊！
The bombers even arrived.
Tabloid, take 6.
We are 9 behind the enemy. This is Delta Squadron. You have 3.2 above ground level.
哇靠！
I've yet to confirm the destruction of the
我的
targets.
机位着火了。
Continue on with the mission. Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later. Yeah, I'm betting that report will get dressed up real pretty.
Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
Righto.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up.
Sorry,
Give me a packet.
哎，他躲掉了。
Let's do this.
Spare 8, watch your mouth.
Trigger shot down a bomber. That was some fancy flying, Mr. Murderer.
Head to the next target.
Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called sin lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well,
看一下这个性能怎么
Harling's
样。
murderer. Did they really think they could get a bunch of copies to just put on a show? Sorry, I got lucky.
Attack missed.
Enemy on my 6. Fox 2.
Focus on destroying the target. Destroy the targets. You're being slow.
Breaking. Enemy missile detected. Visual on target. Prepare for bombing run.
Bingo! Good going! That cheers me up.
Pipe down and keep your mind on the mission.
We're cut off. We can't break away. We can't. Cross call. Really? Where the hell is he out of here?
This bastard wants a piece of me.
Approaching target. Open the bomb bay doors.
Bingo! Direct hit.
Hell yeah!
Hey, do you have a read on the situation?
靠腰，
Behind me. I'm
没
in
打
a
到。
jam. A monkey can do this work. Anyone up for some poker tonight?
Careful on the clouds. Radar
又来，怎么那么多的飞弹啊？
One bandit left. Take him down now.
First come, first served.
missile cruising evading.
All targets confirmed eliminated.
这就赢了吗？
Yeah. Still alive, Harling's murderer? Then dinner's on me
Wow.
tonight.
Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron. Mission complete.
这一关的目标都是那些轰炸机啊，
Still with us.
旁边那些护卫机啊，不理他也没关系啊。
If the one you've bet on dies while landing.
Then you win. So,
前面
what,
刚开始
you're
那
not
个
done?
飞机好难用哦。
Just checking.
这一架就好很多了啊，它非常灵活，而且攻击也蛮可以的，蛮给力的啊。
We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are calm.
要降落啊！
3,000 meters. Too fast. Lower your airspeed. 1,500 meters. Heading is good. Stay on course.
好险，一次就成功了。谁也坠机，这要怎么刹车啊？我怎么我没学过哎。啊？哦，这个不是强制的啊。不是啊，我还没学过怎么刹车啊。然后大家都讲降落是最难的。
Did I say you could take down the enemy? Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.